Hello and welcome to DreamLeague Season 5. We're here and it's Wednesday night, and that means it is Empire Night here. We're live from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. 2 Dota 2 series with both featuring Empire. First against Na'Vi, then against Ad Finum. And these games could be deciding matches for Empire. And it's going to be very exciting. And of course with me some awesome people. I want to just start off those slacks. Congratulations. There's part of me is happy for you. There's part of me that's jealous at you for getting the hosting job for E-Games.
That's right.
Rio de Janeiro, baby.
The official host of the Olympics for the E-Games.
Yep.
It'll be very good to usher in a place where internet gaming, I believe they call it, is mainstream.
Uh-huh.
I mean, somebody's got to figure out what to do with those nerds. So, yeah, we'll do good. We'll do good on an international scale, for sure.
It is amazing how detached people are.
From what?
From a community that they want to take part in.
No.
Just a little bit of a separation.
Absolutely.
Like a little bit. little,
You don't want to win the gold for your internet game at home?
You know what? I won the gold in my heart. That's what matters.
By the way, that's Andy. There.
That is indeed Andy.
That is me.
Has an opinion about everything.
He does, and usually it's pretty
Do
good.
I?
Yeah. You know who does not have an opinion about everything, or if he does, he sometimes keeps it to himself.
Who's that?
It is Owen.
Me?
Or he gives an opinion in the form
I have
of a
an
meme.
opinion about
Yes,
everything.
or
Owen
that.
has an opinion about everything, but he off air.
Off air, he has an
Off air.
opinion
He's
about
got
everything.
a reputation
On
to uphold. He doesn't want to. I mean, half the stuff he says off air is just horrendously
Yep.
offensive.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
horrible stuff.
You do not want to know what he said.
He's got a
It's-
devil in him.
You know what's the
bit
scariest
harsh.
part? You know he is like crazy nuts until the moment that the camera's on, and then just like that.
He's a professional.
He's just like that.
Professional. Yeah, some of us have to be
The
professional.
guy's not an
I mean.
ass. He's doing. He knows the difference between on and off camera.
Yeah.
It's very good. Anyway, let's talk about this. People don't know what the hell you're talking about. By the way,
This
you
is
might
true.
want to
I'm
introduce.
sorry. Okay, so actually today there was an announcement of there being an E-Games tournament in 2 days, in Rio de Janeiro, where the Olympics are taking place, and in 2 of the days there will be an E-Games tournament. But nobody really knows which games. I believe that is not made public, regardless.
I don't think they know.
I
No,
believe
have no
that.
we
idea.
did bring them, they don't know.
They have no. When OD Pixel actually called them.
I
Yes.
rang them up. I looked on the site. I was like, right, I'm going to find out what the hell this E-Games thing is.
Yeah.
We tried ringing general inquiries. No, nothing. We tried ringing commercial inquiries. There was no one picking up. So we rang press inquiries, and we got a nice lady pick it up. It was not the lady whose number it was listed, but she said, okay, what's up? Asked her a few questions like, what games are going on? She's like, let me check with my colleague. She's like, we don't know. I then asked her, are you going to be streaming on Twitch? She was like, yeah, we streamed today on Twitch. I was like, well done. The actual event, are you doing it on Twitch? She's like, oh, you're better asking Anita. She was a lovely lady, though. Shout out to Anita. Thanks for picking up my calls.
Thanks, Anita.
She said to email her friend Caroline. So I've emailed Caroline, and hopefully Caroline's going to fill me in about E-Games, because I'm very interested on what the actual hell's going on.
Yeah.
Because it says the UK government are involved. I want to know where my money's going, you know?
Well,
when I
from
pay
the-
my taxes, I'm paying for this.
Right.
Are
know?
you actually paying taxes?
Well, everyone pays taxes, of course I am.
You kind of have to. You go to jail.
Well,
That's
everyone
usually how it
apart
works.
from apparently our Prime Minister's dad, but, you know, that's another thing. Panama Papers, you know, David Cameron, not, you know, a bit of a undecent lad, needs to step his game up, you know, otherwise we'll be
Gracious
stepping
me.
in. But no, as I said, you know, apparently the UK government are involved, so,
Yep.
you know, I trust them to not mess it up.
For sure.
No, I don't. So, I want to make sure this
The
doesn't,
faith is
you know,
strong.
on behalf of the British people,
Yeah.
I'm making sure that this doesn't go, you know, tits up. So
Of
I'm
course.
sending emails out. I'm making sure that the UK government sorts out this E-Games fiasco and hopefully gets me a nice 5-star hotel in Rio for a couple of days.
For sure.
Could be good. A nice little break after TI.
I mean, I know a lot about Rio. I watched the movie with the bird on the
yeah.
plane
Oh, me too.
You're qualified.
for like 5 minutes.
What's the name of the movie?
Once they started
Is it-
singing,
is it
I
actually
shut that
called
shit
Rio?
off. It was horrible. But I
it
made a
called
good
Rio?
5 minutes in the movie, so I know a lot about Rio, and I'm ready for it. Now, what's funny about this is the wording, right? Because they talk about it's like this alien thing.
E-Games.
Like they
E-Games.
said that they want to
E-Games.
bring internet gaming
E-Games.
into the mainstream and stuff. Like nobody watches any esports. Like
Nah.
it doesn't exist yet.
It's not like we had more like viewers than hockey last year collectively throughout all of our games. It's
Well, no,
not
no.
mainstream.
Now that it's on the Olympics, though, it's going to be a thing, though.
I suppose it's
gaming sports will be a
Okay,
thing.
Yeah.
so one of the things that is really tricky with these type of things is that, for example, Olympics, you play if you're like you play for your country, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be the same thing for e-games, or I believe that is the intended thing here, that they need to have a team specifically with your country. And it's like, okay, people from the Netherlands, let's make a team. Let's make a Dota 2 team. We have Sexy Bambo, we have Sing Sing, we have me. It's going to be great.
She got way more excited when she got to her.
Me?
Just saying.
What other Dutch players? Are there any other Dutch players?
No.
I'm sure there are
Not well
plenty.
known. I mean, I can like my sister can play.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's the fourth Dutch. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've seen replay. Maybe one a different person.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh wow,
Well, there's so many funny
Listen,
things.
last time we
about-
played, friendships were broken, okay?
Okay.
We had a deal, and she broke that deal.
What was the deal?
They queued into us, right? I was playing sub games.
Okay.
And she queued into us with like Scriff and everyone else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ree comes to my lane as Ogre. And I'm like, Ree, just don't use any spells on me. It will be cool. And she used Ignite on me. And I'm like, all right, that's it. Game over. And then the entire game, I just spent killing her. It was a good time.
Jesus. Don't mess with
I
me.
warned her, okay? Don't.
She must have been so
Don't
until
touch me.
Yeah, she was pretty salty,
Good
actually. It was
Lord.
she gets salty.
So,
it runs in the family.
other problems with this, okay?
What's
The
up?
grand prize are medals.
Aye.
Gold, silver, and bronze. You don't get any money. It's just the Olympics.
What?
I don't think you get any money, right? You just
Well, I
get
think in the real Olympics
would
they
still
did.
They
get
said on the
money.
website you play for your nation's
for
pride.
this
Your
you're not getting
nation's
any
pride.
money. That's
So do you
I
because
don't have any
PPD
pride.
I mean, it's backed by the UK government. They ain't got any money to give away.
Exactly.
So, you know, they just pulled out some medals from out back.
And it's the same
you
month
know,
as
for like
TI.
David Cameron's runs at school or something, right? Get that, you know,
Do
100
the
meters
proper
further place
Olympics
sprinter
not give
medal.
out money?
What?
I don't
Like
know
if
they
I
do.
would, if I would be like the best
Yes.
ice skater of the Netherlands, would I not get money if I win the
You might not
Olympics?
get
I
money
think you
from
get
the
money if you
Olympics.
get. Surely
Yeah, but
you
it's
get
not
money from
actually
it.
the Olympics. It's like the Olympics are going to be happening, and then it's going to be like, oh, hey guys, there's e-gaming as
Yes.
well. And then that's like, okay, we're not sure if we want to pay money for it yet, so let's test the waters.
I'm pretty sure the
Yeah.
sponsorships after you become a gold medalist are what.
And to be
where
honest,
real
the
money's
medals are
at.
probably not even real medal. It's just like those chocolate things that you get.
It's
Delicious.
actually, no, get
I
this.
mean-
Gamers are
prefer
gonna
the
like
chocolate.
that.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
you know, because they know what gamers like. It's actually going to be a virtual medal.
There we go.
a
E-medal.
little kind of Imgur link to a gold medal.
Pixar.
So imagine, this is happening maybe the same time as TI.
Yeah, see,
Is PPD going to turn down the $33 million to go maybe win a gold medal? I don't know if that's
don't
going to be a
think
jam
so.
for him.
Okay, so the Olympics run from the 5th till the 21st of
Yes.
August. And TI ends on the 13th of August. And now you can imagine before that, even if it's not main event, there might be group stages or boot camp. You're not going to do anything before. So the only way that Dota 2 could have any chance of doing anything, I feel, is if it's past 13th of August.
But who would do it? Who would go to the Olympics?
I'd go to Rio de Janeiro.
Oh,
sure.
yes.
Well, there's 4 countries signed up already.
That's it.
basically.
Oh, so good.
I think there's Britain, there's America, there's Brazil. I can't remember the 4th one.
Oh, Suns fans definitely
But-
going to go then.
There is
DC.
America's already down. You know, the American
Canada
government, they're
as
looking
well,
for their
right?
best players. Oh, it's Canada as well.
Yeah.
Canada are in it.
Got it.
Canada's
Easy.
in it. Yeah.
So
they're-
they just need more disciplines
I just
to win
wanna know what
Olympic medals
games they
with, 'cause they
have.
don't have enough
Yeah.
normal ones.
It's like
well,
at the
yeah.
Olympics, they pretty much, you know what you're getting, right?
Right.
But it's like the e-gaming thing. It's like we don't even know. Are they playing Hearthstone?
That's what I'm thinking. Is it's
Like-
going to be like a triathlon? Like, okay, guys, Hearthstone. Okay, League of Legends. Okay, Dota. Go, go, go. And they'll
It's like
do
you're
the
just
top scores.
commentating, and it's like, oh man,
Actually,
brilliant top
Oregon
deck.
Trail. Go.
How do you know? Like
That
it's-
game is brutal.
It is a brutal game.
If you want to know, like the ultimate gamer,
Yeah.
a triathlon between multiple games might just be the way to decide
That's
who's
it.
actually the ultimate gamer. You're gonna start off with Hearthstone. You have some StarCraft 2. You have some CS:GO. You have every game in there, and then at some point,
Yeah.
one team's gonna be the best.
Viva Pinata. You actually do the
Viva
entire
Pinata.
But then if
Steam
you have a
library.
team of players, you just have everyone who plays
Yeah.
a specific game. So you don't technically have to be good at all games. You
That's
just
right.
comprise a team of one person who's really good at each. And not all of them are single-player games either.
No.
So-
You have to have you have 5 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a team
And
of
then you
5.
play every single team game with those 5 people.
Yes.
Oh God.
But if for all the
Beautiful.
single-player games, so for StarCraft or for Hearthstone, you can select one of those 5 to play for that.
See, this is genius. This is why I'm hosting it.
That's like
It's 'cause
having
it's genius.
like deadlifters do a triathlon.
Perfect.
Those
Perfect.
guys are meant to
Come on,
lift
dude.
weights.
It's e-games. It's not hard.
You
They're
just sit in
internet
front of a
games,
computer.
bro.
Come on.
If a kid has a mouse, he can play an e. It's not a serious sport, guys. Let's be real here.
Get me out of here.
One thing we've got to note as well, though, that
Yeah.
might be a bit of kicker to some players. You got to be over 18 to commit.
No.
compete. I mean,
Yeah.
so-
Why?
There
Rick
goes
I don't know.
Ramsey's, yeah.
The great thing as well, they say they want to foster kind of and harbour like the interest of young gamers, showing that it is feasible, and then it's like over 18s only.
Yeah.
So
That's a
I mean,
shame.
great start, E-Games. Fantastic planning.
Yeah.
There's never been a good gamer that's been under 18. Let's be real.
There's definitely not been one that's won TI either.
I mean,
Nah.
come on. We don't want any kids in our event. I mean,
Jesus
come
Christ.
on, you know.
Right. right. Okay.
So, yeah. Anyway, am
So,
I the
good
host?
idea? Are you the host?
Am I the host? You know, there's 2 ways to get a job that you have no possibility of getting. Number 1, pretend you have all the qualifications, go through the normal thing, and hopefully you just lie your way through it. Number 2 is claim you already have the job and see if they do any fact checking. That has nothing to do
That's
with...
how you got here. You know?
I'm just telling you, if you guys want to get into a job you have no business getting into, those are 2 strats.
You just
It worked
wing
for
it.
me before.
Yes.
Winging
it'll
it
work
works
again.
very well. It's all about confidence.
It's
See,
actually,
Rio.
that is
Yeah.
just so true.
No, it is.
Yeah.
That's how I got
That's
hired
how
at
my brother
Outback.
got his job. He
It's
knew
true.
nothing about marketing, and now he's the lead marketing salesman in his company. He knew nothing about it.
Oh.
Just went in the interview, he's like, "Oh yeah, I've done all this stuff, made a resume. It's all lies."
Yeah.
Just freaking got the job anyway.
I've never played Dota before.
Yeah, me neither.
Here we
I
are.
actually just have a robot that streams. That's why I never use my webcam. I
There
haven't
you
played
go.
Dota in like 3 years.
It's just a soundboard.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh gosh. Yay. I guess that wouldn't be on your
Let's
soundboard.
see
Wow.
Roshan guys.
Probably not. There's very few points where I actually make a happy noise when I'm playing Dota. You know, mostly it's like, and I hate this game. Yeah.
Is that the happiest it gets?
Pretty much everything. I
So
get-
is it a good idea or not?
I mean, I like the idea that people are giving more recognition to online games. It's fine,
Yeah.
but at least do some research. Like, I just can't see a game like. All right, no
Maybe
information.
they did. Maybe they just didn't release any
Like
extra
zero
information.
transparency. How has that ever worked out for anything?
Okay.
Like, come on.
I know
I'm just
someone
trying
who's
to
not
chat,
getting
like,
invited.
you know.
I
believe.
want it to be good as well. But to
wanna
be
go to
good,
Rio.
I just can't have confidence in something when I don't know what it is.
Fair enough. What
It's
do
a
you
mystery
think?
box.
What do you think, Owen?
It's going to be interesting.
mean, you had some
I've sent
contact with
emails
them.
out. We'll see what we get. We might even have emails that I can talk about today if we get some, information from Caroline. She was out of the office at the moment. I don't know what she's doing. Probably getting a cup of tea or something. I don't know. She's in London. What are they doing in London?
There's an event in London right now.
Yeah.
She's probably working that too.
Oh, she might actually be working that event. That's true. She might actually be
Jake's
working
not
the
okay
event
right
about her event. So I'll ring her again later. See if I can get Caroline on the phone. And I'll see how she's
Okay.
doing.
What do you think, Jake?
Yeah.
It will be the #1 gaming event of the new year. Coming up, Esports Rio, the Olympics. Who will get
E-games.
#1?
E-games.
E-games.
Yeah, come on, Jake.
Electronic games. Rio, the Olympics. I'm your host, Sir Action Slack. Stay with us for the next Yugoslavian team.
Is Yugoslavia still a nation or didn't it split up? I mean,
Okay.
Who the fuck knows?
Guys, I'm going to just hope that if there is going to be something, and it is going to be after TI, there's going to be maybe a small Dota section, and they're going to have to be there because I like to go to Rio.
Oh, okay.
So that's I'm
Cheever
just
plug.
totally,
Shiva plug.
totally biased just because I want to go to Rio. I've never been to Rio. Have you been to Rio?
I have not been
I
to
have
Rio.
watched the movie.
Me
Rio. That's where they did the World Cup, wasn't it? Was that in Rio?
What?
You guys don't. You don't follow
I don't
football
watch
at all, do
football.
you?
I
yeah.
follow football, but I
thought
don't know where
the
they're
World Cup was
playing.
in Rio, wasn't it?
Ain't that where the big Jesus is?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, on the hill.
Yes.
Ain't
Yeah.
that where the favelas are?
Yeah, it's where they've got like Brazil.
I have been
All
there.
right, somebody get me a map.
I've been there in
Guys?
Call of Duty too.
We are here for Dota.
Real life.
Yesterday we were here also for Dota. Yesterday, some dreams got crushed, I think. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday.
Let's.
And he's sending the mech out to himself. He's not going to TP to base.
Yeah, he's just chilling, and
Cinder
Arstar's
instead.
actually killed Cinder already, and now Slaw, the Meteor coming through. Yapsa jumping into the middle of the wall, now they get the cooldown. Kezu falling low, Dichara, he's getting bursted down, and quite getting the right clicks, but he has been disarmed for the time being, and Yapsa trapped up in the trees. They found themselves 3, and Na'Vi just about keeping themselves alive. Dichara should still pop here, and he will. It's a double kill for Arstar, and General just cleaning up on the back lines.
Could see a teamfight breakout here.
Oh, he comes in with a vacuum wall onto 3, and the Meteor getting dropped in the pit too. God, Deadly in general. There will be a Horn, but the Fierce Grip onto Arstar, the Sunstrike as well, is going to be kept alive here by the False Promise. Yapsa falling low. They will find one, and now Dichara with the Manta Style doing a fair bit. They found themselves 2 kills, but now Dichara, he doesn't know what to do. He's low on life. It's a triple kill for quite the...
Doesn't get better.
Okay, Chrono onto Miposhka. There'll be a defensive Astral. To the side of No Diggity looking to see if they can go for more, but there's going to be a blinking. They've caught Error here. There'll be a Lotus ult to make sure there's no follow, but he's in the static zone. There'll be a Nightmare to buy him time refresher. They're looking for the second last. They're going to move in. They're not even going to use it. They're going to find the kill to Error. Error now down. He does not have buyback. Sinner has gone as well. There'll now be a buyback from Quakefer. And GG is called. It's all over. That one play, just as you said, it can cost them the game, and it did.
Yeah, that last game yesterday between Empire and No Diggity, you just felt the tension come off the screen. It was so intense, and it was so rough. Afterwards, it's like, No Diggity. They had 4 games yesterday. They only won 1.
They got Diggity
I had it
dumped
the
on.
opposite. I thought they were going to win 3 and lose 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all thinking they were
I
going to do
could
really
not
well.
have been any more wrong. That is like mathematically the worst wrong you can be.
Yeah, well,
Is it?
you know, what are you going to do?
Isn't it, right? It's like the total opposite of what I said.
But if they lost everything, they wouldn't. If they lost everything, it would have been even worse.
I mean, it would be worse for them, but not in terms of my prediction.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I ain't good at math, but I figure you good, yeah?
It's something. It's definitely something. But no, I mean, I went over this yesterday, but I feel like it's a lot of things with that team. It's like, one, you have the same kind of strategies every single game. They've only been together for a little while. They have one thing that they're good at. They like defending high ground. Double bubble strat's a thing. They have used Void, and teams just caught on. Empire did not go for the let's YOLO high ground 10 minutes into the game when we have an advantage and run into 2 ultimates and get team wiped, where other teams were doing that. And then eventually they kind of get figured out, and the long game never is going to favor them when they're relying on things like rapiers to win games. So, I don't know.
No. Oh, what do you think of No Diggity yesterday?
Yeah, I think they have reasons to go back and be not too happy with their performances. I think even though they did get themselves that 1 win, it was down to a bit of a mess up from Na'Vi really in the draft. It was, it was a totally different Na'Vi. Game 1, it was like, oh, Na'Vi are back, and then it was like, okay, no, this is Na'Vi coming back to what we expect them to be playing. Like, it was just not great. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how Na'Vi do against Empire today. But No Diggity, I think, obviously we saw from, Sin tweeted he wasn't too happy with how they've ended because it's not looking great in terms of them going through.
We can actually take a look at the standings.
Yeah, they've got to have some, very specific circumstances to actually still end up in the top 3. Yeah. It's looking rather unlikely, though.
It looks good. When you look at it, it looks like they're in good shape. But Shiver, what do you tell us every day?
I tell you every day that you don't look at the stand. You don't look at where they are in position. You look at how many losses each team has, and how many games played. So, for example, No Diggity, they've played all their matches because 14 is the max amount of games that you can play. And then losses, generally, as a rule of thumb, I believe we have decided that if you have 5 losses, there is still maybe a chance that you can make it through with tiebreakers and whatnot. But 6 is probably just too much.
Yeah.
That's basically what it comes down to. It's too many losses.
You're not in control of your own fate, which is the worst place to be. You have to rely on other front-running teams to lose.
Yeah.
So you need Empire to lose. You need VP to lose. You need everyone to lose.
Yeah.
So you have to hope.
Do you need Empire to lose or to 1-1? Because you don't want Na'Vi to win everything, and Na'Vi is the common anomaly that everybody still has to face.
If everyone trades even, there is even possibility for tiebreakers as well.
Yes.
I think. So one team gets 2-0'd by another team. And then there's a 1-1. There's a possibility for tiebreakers to get into top 3 at this stage.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit crazy going forward, unless one team comes in and just stomps everyone on one day, which could happen today.
Could happen.
Empire decides they just want a 2-0 every single team. Then there probably won't be many tiebreakers.
Okay, tell me, so what's going to happen? I want to hear from you too.
Empire looked really good to me yesterday. I felt like they were on form. If they can carry that kind of momentum into today, I'd say a 3-1 is a possibility.
Who will they tie for?
The first series is a tie against Na'Vi.
You do know that Finham took a game off of Virtus Pro last week?
That's true, but I think that VP are worse than Empire right
VP
now.
are a bit weird.
So you say 3-1. What do you say, Owen?
I think 4-0 for Empire.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think they drop a game. I mean, yesterday, they played great, and someone said Ramses was drunk or something. So if he's not drinking today,
that.
Yeah.
if he's not drinking today,
He's like 16.
Yeah, that's like the drinking age in Russia. I don't know.
Is it?
Is it? It might be.
I don't actually know.
It might be.
in Russia.
You guys
I
are
don't
all...
know.
I have no
I'm
idea,
sure
but I was
we'll
going to say that.
How is that racist? I mean, that just might be the fact.
It has once again been a pleasure. I want some more nationalities on the panel.
Yeah,
I
get
would
the hell outta here.
like Frenchie. I haven't heard his opinion yet, so...
Did you just call him Frenchie?
That's also slightly
Good
racist.
Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why you're not hosting the Olympics.
That's why we're not having you in e-games.
Frenchie?
Yeah.
Come on, let's bring out our guest
Bring
of the
out
week.
Frenchie, huh? I've had enough of these dudes. Bring me Frenchie.
that bad.
French was delivered.
Finally, they brought my French. How you doing today, Matt?
Doing pretty well.
All right, good to hear, buddy.
Would you play in Rio?
I would play in Rio for
Yeah?
sure.
Yeah. What other games do you play besides Dota?
I don't know what it's going to be.
You ever play Viva Pinata?
No. Viva Pinata, is that a e-game?
It's
That's
an
an e-game.
E-game, dude.
I haven't played that one.
Jesus, you
Um,
ever try to catch a
Viva Pinata?
Cinnabon?
I'd
Hard
be happy
stuff.
to try it.
Hard stuff.
I ate a Cinnabon today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viva Pinata.
Viva
That looks
Pinata.
very good. Yeah,
It is.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a professional gamer, electronic gamer, internet gamer
Yeah.
in Viva Pinata.
I think you have a glorious career ahead of you.
Thank you.
I have
Appreciate
not
it.
heard of many people choosing that same career path.
No, yeah, me neither. But I get to practice in about a few hours.
Yeah. No, but seriously. So, what other games do you play besides Dota?
Actually, I haven't played many games besides Dota.
Really?
Like, just casually. I tried CS casually, but that's pretty much it. FIFA with some friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And in the past, before Dota?
No.
No?
Damn, I don't know if you're
No.
going to make the team,
You
dude.
never played World of Warcraft?
No, ever.
Yeah,
But you did play Warcraft 3?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
That's probably.
Did you then
it.
not play
I think that's
other...
all.
Like, did you play StarCraft?
No,
You
never.
ever play Minesweeper?
Yeah, I mean,
All right,
does that
got
count
it.
though?
All right, well,
does
that's
not?
one.
Is
At
Minesweeper
some
going to be an
point-
e-sport game?
Yeah.
An e-game?
An e-game, definitely Minesweeper.
I see.
I mean, everybody had their
got my chances
computer
then.
off of internet at some point. Then what are you going to do, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You
Maybe I
ever
have my
play
chances.
Solitaire?
Maybe I have my chances.
Now, these are the e-games.
I'm
All
gonna-
right, anyway, we've had enough fun. Talk to me about Team Empire. Now, we've got a doubleheader of Empire today.
We
They
did.
had a great performances yesterday. Before that, in the tournament, they were a little shaky. What Empire do you think we'll be seeing here today? Oh,
I mean-
he takes off the glasses.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
because it's a
serious.
serious
oh,
matter.
shit.
I think Empire looked really good yesterday. Like they were really on point for their drafts and the way they played. They looked very. I mean, they're a young team. The way I see it is like they're a very young and explosive team. And yesterday they were patient. They were strategical. Like their moves, they were thought through. I really liked the approach that they had. So obviously, I think they're the favorites today. That being said, I could still see Navi do really well. Probably 1-1. But I'm a big Adfinum fan. I think they're very smart with the way they approach the game. And they're a very ambitious team. That's like when they draft and when they play, that's how I feel. They don't go for the easy game. They don't go for the easy heroes. Like they always have very hard execution drafts that require a lot of skill and a lot of patience, a lot of experience. And unfortunately, they don't have that yet because they're a new team and they still do, I'd say, somewhat basic mistakes, but it's getting better game after game. So it's going to get to a point, at least that's my prediction, where they're going to be a very scary team and a force to reckon with. So, and I think we're getting very close to that point. And today could very well be the day. Could also not be the day at all, but hopefully for them, and if you're an Adfinum fan, I could see them take I want to predict that Adfinum is going to 2-0 Empire today.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is completely opposite of everything else.
I
that
think it
people have
happened.
been saying.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, they're an interesting team. We talk a lot about strategies, like patterns that we see different
Yeah,
teams
and if
do.
we have if there's a team with a plan coming
Right.
up. Like,
exactly. And Adfinum's one of those teams that I mean, they try something new a lot. You never really see them do the same thing every single game. So it's a
Exactly.
very interesting team. It feels like they're testing the waters.
They are.
And that's a good sign. As we saw from No Diggity, if you keep running the same thing, people are going to figure it out. And then what are you going to do? So
Probably lose.
an interesting theory there.
Now,
A
I
2-0.
do have to add that Empire, of course, I mean their score, they still have lost 4 games in total in this league, right? But they only lost games in the first week we've had.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the only time they've lost games, and ever since they've been doing really well. They happened to drop 2 games against KP last Monday, but that was because a certain Mr. Matt was not playing, and they had a stand-in that was maybe a little bit. But they weren't expecting Eternal Envy to play in that.
That was starting really bad. But
Yeah, that was the Matt
was
was
like-
playing, so
I was like, what?
No, they just weren't
Fair enough,
expecting that,
fair enough.
right?
Yeah, definitely. They weren't expecting. I wasn't
But-
expecting it either.
But
So-
other than that, they haven't really dropped any games.
No, they didn't.
no.
So and we talked to Scandal yesterday, and he was very modest and saying, you know what, we're still practicing, we still have this income communication that we're trying to figure out. It's getting better, but we're still not where we want to be. They're only like on a scale of 0 to 100%, they're only 50% of where they're like, yes, we can do this, we can take TI, for example. But I mean, they're still a lot of time to grow for them, and
Right.
they have been doing really well already. So I actually think that Empire is gonna do really well today.
I
That's
mean,
your opinion.
Damn.
I mean, you have the right to be
It's
wrong.
okay.
There's
Yeah,
nothing-
yeah.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you, thank you.
Calm down over
Hey, I'm willing to follow Matt in
Yeah.
his prediction
No, I
because he's
think
obviously the analyst, and I do like Ad Finnem
Yeah.
a lot actually.
Honestly, like I always go for the outsider and
The underdog,
but
yeah.
the underdog. But definitely, Empire has I think they're the favorites coming in the series today. I definitely agree.
Well, let's not forget, you said that they lost the first week that they came in. That
Yes.
was literally the first time that they played together.
Yeah,
exactly.
it was.
The entire squad got wiped. They had just met. They're like, hi, what's your name? Okay, let's play in DreamLeague. Sounds great. So, I don't know. That first week might have been a fluke. They might be a top-tier A team. They might not. They might be. Who knows? That's what... Welcome to the DreamLeague. We're about to find out, suckers. Because it's a doubleheader.
And it is, and it's also that same story that you just told could also kind of go not in terms of people playing because Na'Vi has been playing together a lot longer, but it's also kind of true for Na'Vi because we're still figuring out what type of team Na'Vi is going to be. And yesterday we obviously had 2 games or 1 game. They were dominating. They owned No Diggity. Another game they got owned by No Diggity like hard. So it is really, again, I think Draskell mentioned it yesterday as well. Is Na'Vi going to show up to play? And now my question is, how can you see if Na'Vi comes up to play? Is there any defining factor like, okay, if this guy has a good game, then they're good?
I'd say usually it's Dandy. Like if Dandy has a bad game, then I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say that the other players in Na'Vi don't make as many plays as Dandy does, but if you look at yesterday's game, he had a really good game on Invoker.
Yeah.
Like he had all the space he wanted, and he actually played a big role in that game. Then the OD game was a bit tougher. Like he got shut down on the lane, he had to buy back for the Roche fight, and didn't really pay off. Usually, when maybe he makes a lot of calls, maybe they rely a lot on how Dandy does and how he plays and moves around the map. So I'd say that the X factor for Na'Vi still is Dandy. Like it's always been. And I think it still is the case. And if it's not Dandy, it's got to be Artstyle. I feel like the other players are rather stable. Artstyle sometimes he really has like shaky games. And sometimes he does really well. Like the Shadow Demon game, he was very farmed. He did a lot. He had a lot of impact. Whereas the second game, as Lina, it was a tough Lina game. It was a really tough Lina game, but I didn't quite feel the impact of Artstyle that game. So I'd say Dandy and Artstyle, mostly.
Well, we're going to jump over to the draft real fast because I'm seeing some things pop up here on the board in front of me that you're going to want to see.